1234 Media Bio.
This is the part 3 of the Human Brain series. Please make sure that you watched part 1 and part 2 before going ahead with this video. Let's look at different structures present in the brain. So the first structure is cortex of the brain. The surface of the cerebrum is called the cortex. It has a folded appearance, with hills and valleys. The cortex contains 16 billion neurons, that are arranged in specific layers. The nerve cell bodies color the cortex grayish-brown, giving it its name, gray matter. Beneath the cortex are long nerve fibers, axons, that connect brain areas to each other. They are called white matter. So gray matter and white matter. Here's the picture of the brain, which clearly shows the gray matter and the white matter. Look at it carefully. The folding of the cortex increases the brain's surface area, allowing more neurons to fit inside the skull, and enabling higher functions. Each fold is called a gyrus. Each groove, or cut, or depression, between folds is called a sulcus. So we got two more terms here, gyrus and sulcus. Well, we are back in the previous diagram and I would like to add two more structures to it. The gyrus and the sulcus. Look carefully, that the folds are gyrus, and the depressions between the folds are sulcus. Let us look at some of the other structures of the brain. Here's a picture of the brain, when it's seen from the bottom. Let's label it. Thalamus, hypothalamus, pituitary gland. Now this entire area is called the limbic system. This is the basal ganglia, and finally we got the pineal gland. Look at this diagram carefully, and if possible you may take a screenshot. Okay, now let's discuss these structures. First is hypothalamus. It is located in the floor of the third ventricle, and is the master control of the autonomic system. The autonomic system is the part of the peripheral nervous system that is responsible for regulating involuntary body functions, such as heartbeat, blood flow, breathing, and digestion. It plays a role in controlling behaviors such as hunger, thirst, sleep, and sexual response. It also regulates body temperature, blood pressure, emotions, and secretion of hormones. Wow, so hypothalamus got a lot of tasks to fulfill. Here's the picture of the hypothalamus. Next is the pituitary gland. It lies in a small pocket of bone, at the skull base, called the sella turcica. The pituitary gland is connected to the hypothalamus of the brain, by the pituitary stalk. It is known as the master gland, as it controls other endocrine glands in the body. It secretes hormones, that control sexual development, promote bone, muscle growth, and respond to stress. There you go, that's the picture of the pituitary gland. Pineal gland. It is located behind the third ventricle. It helps to regulate the body's internal clock and circadian rhythms by secreting melatonin. Body's internal clock maintains the sleep-wake cycle in 24 hours. It has some role in sexual development as well. Here the hormone melatonin is important, so you may note it down. And in the diagram below, look at the pineal gland. Thalamus. It serves as a relay station for almost all information that comes and goes to the brain. It plays a role in pain sensation, attention, alertness and memory. The diagram here shows the thalamus. Basal ganglia. It includes the caudate, putamen, and globus pallidus. These nuclei work with the cerebellum to coordinate fine motions, such as fingertip movements. That diagram over there shows the basal ganglia. So if you are writing or typing on your keyboard, that is actually controlled by basal ganglia. Our final structure in the brain is limbic system. It is the center of our emotions, learning, and memory. Included in this system are the cingulate gyri, hypothalamus, amygdala, which is responsible for emotional reactions, and hippocampus, which is responsible for memory. That entire structure pointed by the arrow is the limbic system. Now that we are done with part 3 of the human brain series, we will move to part 4. How was it? Let me know in the comments down below. And please subscribe to our channel 1234 Media Bio to keep information like this in your brain.